All right, hey everybody, we're back with another news feed kind of thing, truck news. Again, these are going to be smaller bite sizes rather than big ones, so we're going to keep it pretty quick. We got 6 topics to cover today. First one, Honda will lock some in-car features behind a paywall, or Hyundai will. Doesn't matter what it's Hyundai, it's the fact that all of them are doing this, okay? There's big takeaways from this, but they're making it where a lot of features are buried in and you have to pay for the monthly subscriptions for them. We see this more and more. Like if you want heated seats, you get them for free for a month, and you have to pay for them. Lots of these kind of features. BMW right here. BMW is heavily criticized for putting the heated seats behind a paywall. Mercedes more advanced rear wheel steering setup. Audi's done it with the dual zone climate control. On some cars with 4 rings, you have to pay extra for the high beam assist and adaptive cruise. This is a moneymaker. And here's the key thing we were looking at right here. Stellantis opened up about this a little bit. Stellantis estimates subscriptions and features on demand will blossom into a major revenue stream. Okay, it's always about the money, never about us. It's always about nickel and diming us for everything they can. The automotive conglomerate with no fewer than 14 brands thinks it will earn an extra 4.3 billion annually every year, 4.3 billion every year, and it'll still hit that number by 2026. Okay, that's and it's expected to reach 21.5 billion 4 years later. Okay, with software enabled product offerings. Okay, that is absolutely insane. Again, they are going to nickel and dime us ridiculously. Here we go, though. However, not all brands are jumping on the car subscriptions and on demand features bandwagon. Renault, low cost division, Dacia, mocked BMW and is now defunct heated seat subscription by offering hot water bottles to people that test drive a car. That's funny. But I actually owned a Renault. I owned a Renault Alliance when I was 19 years old. Great little car. But anyway, point being, that this paywall stuff, these subscription-based services, they're going to be out of hand. Again, car manufacturers are just going after us with everything they got. They want every ounce of money we make, and it's showing. And every company out there is getting more and more ridiculous with this. Moving on from there, the feds has significant safety concerns about the Ford fuel leak recall and demand answers about the fix. We've talked about this before a few weeks ago with on the Broncos and the Escapes right here. Okay, if there are 43,000 Bronco Sports. And the Escapes did have the 1.5 liter engine. They got fuel, or the fuel injectors can crack and can cause gas to pour out on the engine on hot parts and could cause a fire. Okay, well, Ford's fix was to install a tube that will take that gas that leaks out of the faulty and cracked injectors and pour it on the ground under the vehicle. Okay, that was their thing. And then if it happens, they would reduce. See, here's the remedy right here. This is the big problem. Ford's remedy to leaks was add a drain tube to send the gas away from hot surfaces. Goes right on the ground. And then update the software to detect a fuel pressure dropped in the ejector system. That happens, the software will disable the high pressure fuel pump, reducing engine power and cutting temperatures in the engine compartments. Owners will get a seek service message. Okay, this is insane. And NHTSA, okay, they have gone after them, and now there's federal courts. There's all kinds of things. They're like, we're not tolerating this. This is going against everything. And NHTSA also is asking Ford to detail how the software will detect the fuel pressure drop and what they're going to do about it. They're also concerned, EPA is concerned about how much fuel can actually hit the ground out of this and how it's going to affect the roadway during the vehicle's lifespan. Safety advocates say that Ford is trying to avoid the cost of replacing the fuel injectors and instead going with a cheaper fix that drains fuel on the ground. 100%. This is huge. This is one of the biggest things we've ever seen as far as a automotive manufacturer failing to fix major safety concerns and leaving people hanging. And these are not 25-year-old vehicles, okay? 43,000 Bronco Sports from 2022 and 2023 model years and Escapes from 2022. These are brand new vehicles that have cracked fuel injectors and Ford will not fix them, and instead are diverting a tube. Diverting it through a tube. They even said, where was it here? The company also stated that it is not recommending that SUVs be parked outside only because there's no evidence that fire can happen when a vehicle is parked and the engines are off, like in your garage. This is the dumbest thing that I have ever seen. NHTSA said that the document in 22 recall, which covered nearly 5.5 million sports and escapes. Uh, this is just unbelievable, just unbelievable. So just keep that in mind. That's your Ford. That's Ford Motor Company working right there for you. Just let that sink in. If something as simple as fixing some cracked fuel injectors, and this is what this is their fix for it. Let's hope nothing major happens with anything other Ford-wise, vehicle-wise. This is crazy. Moving on from there, next one up right here. Japanese automaker Nissan reports 92% jump in profit sales surge, and they deserve it. Nissan is killing it. Where this is not a long one, we're going to keep it simple, but profit for fiscal year through March has jumped up 92% to 426.6 billion yen, or $2.7 billion. Just amazing. They're killing it, and Nissan is on fire, and their vehicles are doing amazing. But the other thing in here that was very interesting in the takeaway was this right here. In March, Nissan and domestic rival Honda Motor Company said they will work together in developing electric vehicles and auto intelligence technology. That's pretty interesting. They're going to work together. That's kind of cool. We'll see what that brings. But neat little tidbit that we saw out of here. But Nissan killing it with this stuff. They're 92% jump in profit as sales surge. That's fantastic. So good. Congratulations to Nissan. And also, so you guys know, any of this stuff you want to find on your own, just go up to your Google search and then type in ABC News, like you see up here. It says ABC News. Just type in Japanese Nissan 92% jump, and this article is going to pop up. Just grab some keywords out of there and it'll do it. Right here, GM terminates New Jersey Chevy dealer over falsified warranty repair claims. This goes to show you how shady dealers are. They are the worst. Dealerships, shady dealers are the worst. Well, this one right here in New Jersey Chevy dealership, Mall Chevrolet, they have basically terminated them. They're gone. They've lost their franchise things. Why? Because they screwed GM out of falsified warranty claims of almost $700,000 of questionable work. Many of them on ghost vehicles that don't exist. Many of them on vehicles that never even made it into their dealers. You can go through and read the article if you want to. We got to move quick here, so I'm not gonna, but just goes to show you. Dealerships, man, they are shady, shady, shady. A lot of them are. Moving on from there. This one here, okay, so we know the RHO is out. Ram teases a new flagship truck. Oh, hang on, I don't want that. Let me go back here. Ram teases a new flagship truck above the 1500 RHO. We knew that. Here's the proof of it right here. Right here. According to Jeff Summers, Ram head of advertising, this is actually an Easter egg. Okay, they're talking about the motorcycle nameplates. They talk about it right up here when they did this video here if you want to watch it. But there's one of the bikes in the back of the truck showed this number on it of 540, which is the horsepower of the current Hurricane engine. The other the other one on the left was left blank. It was an Easter egg. According to Jeff Summers, Ram's head of advertising, this was actually a hidden Easter egg. The 550 is a reference to the RHO's power rating. The bike without a number represents a sort of placeholder for what Summer refers to as Ram's next high horsepower vehicle with 3 letters. Okay, TRX. For all practical purposes, till they rename it, we're just calling it the TRX. We have another TRX coming. Now, the interesting part right here is this right here. During a 2022 SEMA show, fellow Stellantis brand Dodge said it plans to offer versions of the Hurricane engine in crate form with outputs ranging up to the mid 1,000 horsepower level. While these are being developed for competition use, a tamer, emissions-compliant version with closer to 700 horsepower may end up in a production truck. So something to think about. That's very cool. Pretty exciting to see what Ram has coming out with this, because this new RHO is going to be a game changer. This is a stealer. This truck is going to be absolutely amazing. Moving on from there, one more Nissan thing right here. Interestingly enough, again, dealers. Okay, this is a warning to you to make sure that you watch what's going on with dealers. Nissan as a company wants dealers to sell cars at a loss, up to 15% below invoice, okay? Cars aren't moving. Certain vehicles aren't moving. Nissan is greenlighting dealers to advertise 10 to 15% below invoice. Okay, dealers want to move units, but they're not happy about the way Nissan goes on about it. Some are finding creative ways to increase their bottom dollar regardless of selling price. Okay, that's the interesting thing. So let's go through here quick because we are not, we don't have a lot of time in here left. Uh, some of them are saying, see, I don't want to get too down this rabbit hole, but we are more flexible in making better deals to get traffic into the stores, said one retailer who paid $80,000 in floor plan interest last month on more than 200 vehicles sitting on his lot. I'll do a video sometime on what floor plan is and monthly costs and interest payments on that, but remember, a car dealer is a real estate place. Okay, every vehicle they have to finance the amounts of vehicles that they buy them for, and they have to pay interest on all of those vehicles. It's called floor plan, and then floor plan interest, floor plan fees. Okay, the vehicles dealerships, most of them cannot afford to buy all these vehicles, so they borrow money to get the vehicles. They pay interest on them just like we do. Anyway, not getting too carried away with that. Moving on from there, here's the part that matters to us. Right here, in an effort to recover the profits wherever possible, dealers say that they're using various tactics. In-house financing is a crucial piece of that since dealers make extra cash on the back end. Okay, I've talked to you about that. Sell rate versus buy rate. Okay, with your interest rates. Leveraging trade-ins is another way to make back cash. Lowballing trade-ins. In addition, dealers can advertise the below invoice price and then attempt to upsell the customer to better equipped vehicles. Okay, of course, none of this considers the other somewhat shady tactics we've seen dealers engage in time and time again. Junk fees, pointless extra packages, extended warranties could all be part of the plan of some of these businesses too. It's just a joke. It's just crazy how this stuff goes. I mean, Nissan is telling them, hey, we're going to give you some discounts. Go ahead, get these things going, make them happen out there. And people are going to, these shady dealers doing everything they can to just screw us over any way they can. So, all right, we're going to end this one right here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.